The market is confused. And one of the reasons why the market is confused is because we have a lot of companies dropping their earnings at the same time, at the same day. So we have like 5, 10 dropping their earnings the same day. And investors don't have time. You need time to actually scrutinize and actually check the earnings of a particular company before you read the note to see where management is looking at and to see the future of the company. You actually need time. So because of that, this is what is happening in the market. Those who are in profit in a particular stocks have noticed another stock that is cheap, so they are taking profit. And whereas those who are yet to be in that particular stock, they are seeing opportunity based on the result they've seen and they are taking position. That's why we have buyers and sellers in the market. Imagine we don't interpret earnings in different ways. What do you think will happen in the market? You find out that there is full bid all true, or there is full offer all true, because we are all thinking alike. And that is what we as investors always try to do in the market. You want to distinguish yourself, you want to separate yourself, you want to see beyond the masses, you want to do the opposite of what others is doing. That's why sometimes good news means bad news, and bad news actually means good news, because there are some companies that drop good earnings, but guess what? The price is coming down. And there's some companies that drop earnings that are not really sound, and the prices are going up. And it depends on the industry that is booming and how investors actually perceive that industry to be. So today we're going to be looking at the market report, looking at volume, and look at the performance of some of these stocks. And most especially, we will look at the NGS oil and gas. So far, the NGS oil and gas, which always return negative, is now in the positive region. So I think that's a good news for the oil and gas. And I think I did a video encouraging us to actually take position in that, just in case you miss Aradel. I've done Aradel in the past, and sometimes I always do some of these stocks when I see potential. I might not necessarily put buy, but at least you've seen the chart, you've seen my analysis, you've seen everything. I think you should be able to put one and one together, or one and two together, and take some certain decision that will be favorable to your portfolio. If your portfolio is down at this point in time, I think you don't need to worry. It's part of it. It's up and down, but the bottom line is you should be in profit. You should look at 1 year and see what you've done. So that is the beautiful thing about investing. So without wasting time, my name still remains Investor Joe, and you are welcome to the Financial Edge, where we teach how to gain financial freedom via trade and investment. I think by now I've actually gotten my mood, or I'll say I've gotten ready for the crypto informations. So we are gradually moving to, now that we're in Q4, I think it's a good time to look at the crypto space, and then possibly maybe by January we'll be in a full bear market. But because the cycle has changed, a lot of adaptation, or a lot of institution has actually adopted cryptocurrency because of that. Because by now we should be in bear market, but you can see what the market is doing, and maybe this is just the bear market that we are supposed to be in, and is just a different bear market compared to previous ones. So in today's video, we'll look at the market report to see how they are performing. So don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you get notified of my posts enriching videos like this. Let's quickly move to the market report. So we have a total turnover of 7.49 billion shares worth 145.429 billions in 159,000 deals, which is higher compared to that of last week, which was 148.077 thousand deals. And the share value was around 129.88 billion that exchange hands. That was last week. So if you look at the financial service industry, which is measured by volume leader, we always, you see, even though when the banks are dropping bad results, guys, it is always the buy. You get the point. It is always the buy, because that is where money is coming to, because you can go in, go out, and it will be easy for you. Even though if you are bringing 20 billion, you can do that transaction. So people like us that are still small, our portfolio is still small. So what do? We go for those smaller ones, you understand, that can jump anyhow, because we are ready to withstand their back end. Like when they pull back, we are ready to withstand it. And of course, in the stock market, you don't lose until you sell. You don't lose until you sell. I know you kind of worry and all that. It's because you're a newbie. You understand? Because you're a newbie. And Don't treat this business as if you just want to come and do 6 months, you hammer and you move ahead. No, that's not how this business works. And that is why sometimes the government try to bring some things that will make you leave your money in the market, because that is how the market grow, and that's how stability comes into the market. But if you just go, I see some people, they have millions of shares in a particular stocks and they want to sell it or just put all for sale. You don't care about the market. As long as you've made your money, you don't care. That is not how it is. I've been in some stocks that have millions of units, and when I want to go, guess what? I'll be selling it to 200,000, just gradually. Just like when I was selling my cavity or my name it then. It was just 50, 100,000. Some people would just put 1 million. Sometimes it discourage and it retard the growth of that particular share price. So 6.639 billion shares, value at 74.629 billion, traded in 65,294 Ds, thus contributing 88.77%, and followed with 215.575 million shares worth 2.709 billion shares in 9,036 deals. So the second place is the service industry. Service industry is another one that always get volume, followed by the consumer goods. Consumer goods took the third place because that is where money is moving to. People must eat, you understand, and people must take charge of the, as in you must do some services. You get the point. I must do some transaction. So these are the core areas that money actually flow last week. So the trading volume, the trading in the top three equities, namely Cornerstone Insurance, and I think they've also dropped their earnings. And we have the likes of Wema Bank, and we have the likes of Jitco, and these are measured by volume, accounted for 5.266268 billion. So looking at transactions so far, you will notice that on Friday, transaction actually reduced a bit, even though we have much of transaction. But in terms of stocks traded, is so far we had 129, and the stock that advanced actually 31, which is higher than previous ones, and also the decline is a bit lower compared to what happened Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and yes, Thursday, except on Monday. So if you look at the pie chart right now, you see that the service and the financial services also take a huge chunk. You understand? When there's opportunity for when people are selling up their stocks, there are other people too that are buying their backing shares. So it is what it is, guys. So some look at it like an opportunity, while some, they've actually made their money and they said, see, let me lock this profit and let me move somewhere else. So that is what we have. So you can see, followed by 3% for the services, and also the consumer goods have 2%, while we have others taking the 6%. I'm looking forward to the day where the financial services will be 50%. So others will actually share some of this volume. So you can see results that it has not uploaded. It has not loaded, rather. So if you go to the ETF so far we've seen volume. If you tracking these, you know that volume is actually coming to the market. You can see Vet Bank. I think my previous analysis, I showed you guys the dividends they are paying. We have the Lotus Ala, 4.9 million. So you can just play around here with 1 million or 500,000. I think it's a reasonable amount in case you're interested in some of these, so that when you did not sell, you know that nothing there happen. We have the likes of Marvalu. Marvalu still got some little transaction. Growth also, and we have the Green WETF also had some few volume, and we have the New Gold. New Gold actually had some volume. I think the New Gold price should be around 55 now. Yes, 55. So we have bonds, and a total of 13,515 units valued at 13.322 million were traded this week in 17 deals, compared with a total of 336,046 units valued at 282.928 million transacted last week. So looking at the government securities so far, the FGN Sukuk 2027 Series 3, and we have the FGN Sukuk 2033. So you can see the volume so far. Then we have index movement, which is what we need to look at here. We actually got a new all-time high around here, which is 156, which is a huge one. And guess what? All these things are normal, guys, if you understand the market. So after we broke, I told you guys that we are going to do the same number that we did around this area, and that is what happened. That is from year to year, and that is what we experienced around this area too. Then guess what? We had a little pullback. So this pullback depends on the volume that we have. we should see a rebound next week, because I think by next week a lot of investors would be able to digest and know the direction and know where they are going into. So for us as a community in the SSS community, we are meeting tomorrow by 3 p.m. to analyze all the earnings released so far. And that is where we're going to see some good gem and all that. Then last weekend, or second to the last weekend, that is when we're going to have our ultimate meeting, where we'll be picking stocks, maybe 20, maybe 50, maybe 10, where we're picking stocks that we'll be holding for 2026, stocks that will actually print in 2026. So that is where, because January is not for planning, January is for execution. But for us, we need to be in that position before the end of November, because who knows, maybe Santa Claus rally will be coming on December, because we didn't get it when we were expecting it. So definitely, I guess it has been postponed till December. And between December, January, we want to get that rally. So that is why we need to take position November. So that is when we'll be having our meeting. Is a good meeting, and these videos that will be done, we serve will be sold for to those who are not in the community, and also it will be used to generate an ebook for those who are interested to read and see the catalyst behind some of these things. Because in the video, the catalyst will be verbalized. I will say them. Why in the ebook it will be written. So the ebook will be separate price and the video will be separate price. And when you are getting the two, you are going to be paying separate price also, but of course at a discount. So that is what I want to do for this end of year, and I think it will be worth it, because you see what I'm doing. And if you watch those videos that they will tell you, if you invest 10,000 in January in 5 of these stocks, this is what your money is. This is an opportunity now for you to invest in December, and by next year November, around this period, you should be able to say, okay, I invested this amount, this is what I have now. You got the point. So instead of you looking back and say, Adibin, this is the time to do it now. Not you saying, this person said, if you invest this, if you make this, it is now an opportunity for you to do it. Stop thinking backward, think forward. So if the person say, this thing, turn this thing, then the question is, this one that I'm about to do, what is the future? What is the next? So take position, and also I promise you won't regret it. So these are some few updates we're going to do. So you see, this dip, like I said, is normal, and we might get a 50% retracement, or we get a bounce back from this particular region. So let's quickly jump back to market report and check some movement. So we always look at this area, and the oil and gas always give us a negative return, but currently you can see we are at the 7.40 percent. So that is year to date. So that tells you that the oil and gas sector has actually woken up. You can see Arada is paying 10 naira interim dividends. I did that video for those of you who are my active followers. This is the video here. So Arada is paying 10, and I also did another one too, where I shared the information of Arada paying 10 naira, and that is a good one, and that gives us insight that maybe full year we'll be expecting 30 naira. You get the point, and that will be a mouth-watering percentage. I want to use this opportunity to congratulate one of my good friend. He bought Arade a long time. He has eaten interim, eating full time, final dividends, and now he will get this interim again and get the final. And guess what? The price of the shares has actually appreciated again. So he's taking dividends and he's getting price appreciation. But guess what? This man is a patient investor. Yes, he's a patient investor. So each time I meet people who are impatient, I always laugh, because it translates that you not make money from this market. When people comes to the market with the mindset of Ponzi scheme, you will not agree that you come to the market with the mindset of the Ponzi scheme. You will not agree, but from your behavior, and if you can tell yourself the truth, when you are saying sharp, you know that you are here with a Ponzi scheme mindset. And guess what? Sometimes when you have such a mindset, you always give back the money to the market. Yes, you give back your money to your market. So before those such preaching, let's look at top gainers so far. So we have NGX and the all share index, NGX 30 and the all share index always track one another. And if we look at top gainers, also we have ASO Savings Loan. A lot of people want to get ASO Saving, but they are not active in the market because ASO Saving was actually available on Friday at 94. Yes, it was available on Friday at 94 kobo, and I think people did not get it. Some few sharp persons who are in the market, they snap up some 2, 4, 3 million units, and I think by now they are 10% up. And on Monday, I'm very, very sure it will be another 10% up before we get any pullback or any dip. And we have Julius Baja also gain 13%, and we have Owando also gain 11%. For Owando, I think I've explained the bonus shares of Owando is not like other ones that you experience markdown. This is just free shares. And imagine if they follow the same format they did this year, next year, that will tell you that you are getting good returns for your money because it will be 1 for 6. 1 for 6. 1 for 6. I think it is good. And coupled with the fact that if you bought when I recommended it, by now you should be around 10% up. And if you are 10% up, and you hold through till when we get first quarter, at least you can see the result and you can see what is going on. You can look some of the notes and know that, okay, this is a company that is actually huge. So if you'll be getting that bonus, I think some persons said they've yet to get their bonus. I think you should write a mail to first registrar and see how I believe they'll respond to you and give you direction how to go about it. And we have the likes of Baja. Baja also is paying, I think, 40 kobo for their dividends. And we have the ATI, we have Maya, we have International Energy Insurance. We also have Okumoya. I think Okumoya is paying dividends also. And we have Stanbic IBTC. We have the likes of Tantalizer. So the top decliners of the day is actually where the top. Okay, here is it. We have the likes of Omatech. Omatech dips to 121. We have the likes of John Holt. We have the likes of Caverton Offshore, the Nigerian Aviation Handling Company, eTransact. We have the likes of Azamazad. We have the likes of Cadbury, Charms. We have the likes of Sunu Insurance. We have the likes of Legend Internet. These are top decliners. So Legend just did their ex-dividend bonus, and I think those who are shareholder will also receive. And I think I did that also. I shared about that in this video here about them paying their dividends. So federal government listing bonds for October. So these are some of the informations. So with this, I want to be very, very sure you've learned one or two. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and also don't forget to look in between the line of some of the things I've said and see how you can pick some buy recommendation. But my question is it every day will be buying? So I think I should start doing some sell recommendation. But the truth is, when you sell and the price now shoot up, don't come and shout, don't come and tell me anything. But as I recommend buy, I think it is high time I recommend sell, so that you can sell some and buy another stock. So it's just in and out and you make some cool money. So thank you so much for watching, and also thank you for showing love. Thank you, love, for staying tuned. Even when I don't drop videos, you guys still reach out to say, Investor Joe, we are here to hear from you. It shows we are more than a family. It shows you guys. And thank you guys for those dropping comments. I'm still thinking of ways to do giveaway, especially those in my investors lounge. I have some active guys there, and some excellent, wise, brilliant ladies also, and also keeping the community active and all that. So looking for a pattern to do a giveaway. Of course, I can't give everybody in the community, but just a few, maybe those who engage and those who are active, those who are trying their best, you understand, to ensure that every questions being asked are actually answers are being provided timely, and it shows we are helping one another. Because if you look at it, we are all partners in progress, trying to build our portfolio, trying to make some money, even though if we have some special skills or special knowledge in terms of doing all this. So thank you once more. Don't forget, plans are on the way to reward those who are active. And also, I just need to do a giveaway for even my YouTube or the investors channel, the investors lounge. So don't forget that we're launching our newsletter also. Newsletter is coming out this month, so the community manager will send the link to those in the WhatsApp group so that you can also join the newsletter. And also, I'll drop the link to the newsletter on this video and subsequent video so that you can get acquainted with some of these stuff, because the newsletter is designed to equip you, give you information, give you the necessary knowledge, and also show you how to make money and some strange or some secret or some strategy that can help you build your portfolio. These are some things we'll be looking at. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that I get notified to my post and reaching videos like this. Until I come away again, keep making money and keep protecting your profits. I love you, all my friends, and there is nothing you can do about it. Hands to head salute. See you in the next one.